Hickory dickory done. This is my podcast, you cunt. Actually, it's our podcast.
Cunt.
It is 9/13/2012. The end of days.
Are we gonna start labeling them now?
Label like the 12 days of Christmas, the fucking 2 months until the end of the fucking world.
Oh, shit.
You know what? I welcome it. It's not just like me dying in a fucking car accident or something, you know, because like then other people get to live, you know. At least everybody else dies, and no one's gonna enjoy anything. Nobody's gonna like have a tasty ice cream sundae after I get fucking killed in a car accident.
You don't have to be bitter because everyone else is going with you. You don't have to be like, and I'm taking some of you with me. No, it doesn't work that way. Everyone's going. Exactly.
You're not going to miss any episodes of Honey Boo Boo Child because there's not going to be any cable.
I can't believe those people survived long enough to get a television show. Like, how do they remember to feed themselves?
That
how do
show
they remember to do that because of how fucking fat they are?
Did you see the baby that the 15-year-old one had? It has 3 thumbs. 3 fucking thumbs.
Did she fuck her brother or something?
That's kind of like what the connotation of the whole thing is. That's what I would think. It's supposed to be her boyfriend or something like that. I don't fucking know. I haven't even watched one episode of this show. I've just been reading about it.
Oh my god.
Most of the reality shows that I happen to catch, that my TV happens to be on and I'm in the room and all the fucking stars align, or they star rich people. Like the Kardashians and Chloe and Lamar. And I just caught the Jonas Brothers today. Have you seen this show? The Jonas Brothers have their own show now.
What, they have a reality show or some shit?
Yeah, they're like rich people, but they're all Christianly, and they fucking, like, they all stand in a circle and pray, and their fucking mother just tells them what to do. And
why don't me and my mom have a reality show? I mean, you saw how we were just talking to each other. I think that'd be more interesting television than what they have. We have intelligent conversation, at least.
Yeah, but you can't just, go on a tour with a band all of a sudden. Like, there's nothing interesting about that, really.
What's interesting about the Honey Boo Boo Child shit? It's basically the same thing. Like,
those people are extremely fucked up. They're extremely fucked up people.
My sister's a crackhead. We're fucked up people, too. We're probably a little bit more real fucked up instead of that, like, Hollywood glamorous fucked up type thing where, you know what I mean?
Well, that guy Kevin Jonas's wife, she's probably a fucking crackhead. I swear to God, every time they cut to her little interview shot, it was like she was in slow motion, like she was swimming underwater and shit. You remember Mad TV where they had the antidepressant girl?
I don't watch a lot of Mad TV.
Do you smell burning cinnamon? She fucking was just like that. And I can hear my voice in your goddamn room. I can hear it.
I told you it might feed back through the speakers.
You don't got no headphones?
Hold on. Let me plug them.
This is professional high-tech shit.
Yeah.
My fucking God.
Oh, this fucking wire. Can't even plug in a wire, man. Anyone wants to hire me, I can't plug in wires. That should be on my application. I can't do any of that tech.
Fucking echo. La 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 la!
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Is that better?
Fuck's sakes. Yeah, it's fine. Now that we've already started the show.
Oh, well, they can deal with it. If someone listened to the last show where we sound like shit, they'll listen to this one.
Yeah, that show really. It did sound like it was behind about like 80 inches of fucking ass fat. It was like us screaming from the inside of Roseanne Barr's asshole into a microphone.
Well, where the fuck did I hear it? I don't remember, but it was something I was watching. Technically, we never live in the present. We're always in the past. Technically,
80 milliseconds.
Yeah, 80 milliseconds. The human brain takes 80 milliseconds to process new information. So technically, you're always 80 milliseconds in the past. You're never in the exact present. That's kind of freaky to think about.
Yeah, and stuff like when you raise your hand up to catch a ball, that's just your brain plotting the trajectory of that ball for the remaining 80 milliseconds. Guessing right most of the time. You're not actually reaching up at the moment the ball fucking comes to you. Well, you practically are, but not really.
So
If I set a fucking computer MIDI controller to 80 milliseconds, the thing becomes fucking useless. 80 milliseconds is a long fucking time when you're trying to do shit in real time.
That's kind of weird just to think about. Yeah, you saw this like 80 milliseconds ago, even though you just saw it.
Yeah, and there's that whole thing about like the part of your brain that decodes the information as a picture. No light ever hits it. So everything you're looking at is just a reproduction anyway. Just
so what, you're never
and
actually seeing what's going on? It's just what your brain thinks is going on?
Yeah, you're never actually experiencing anything that goes on. It's actually like all of your organs coding it into its own computer language and then your brain decoding it as an experience. I mean, who knows what anything really is?
We live in the Matrix. It's great.
Yeah, the fucking human being Matrix, basically.
We all have our own Matrix. It's in our brain. Rip that out and you'll be fine. You won't die or anything. You just be out of the Matrix.
Nobody's going to think about this shit when they're watching stuff like Married to Jonas. Married to Jonas. That's the name of the show. And then they got Chloe and Lamar.
Lamar.
My giant black husband has feelings. I better rub his shoulder and talk to him about his grandmother or something. Fucking lame. He should be smacking her around or something.
So what's our new plot point this week, John? Oh, you wrote in that my grandmother's gonna die? Oh, okay, well, I'll make some shit up for that. Okay. That's how those shows seem to be plotted out. Like, they just told them like 10 minutes ago what they're gonna be saying. Like, okay, I'll say that. Whatever.
It's all rich people. And our rich people are so fucking happy. Like, my favorite reality-based show, probably, that features a rich person is Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory. You ever watch that?
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
He is a dumbass, but, like, I look at all his stuff. Like, the ball pit, the stuff. All of his stuff. The ball pit and the fucking ramps and all that shit. I would be fucking psyched to have that stuff. Why did I say stuff with that weird fucking
stuff?
That's gonna be one of them things where I'm sitting up later. Stuff.
Oh yeah, did you like the fucking? It was like an ad I made for Molinex on the podcast page.
Yeah, even though nobody's gonna know what Molinex is.
I just got bored at like 3 a.m. I was like, yeah, I wonder if I can make a logo for Molinex.
Did you go to that logo maker that I used?
No, I just made it in GIMP because I got bored.
I'm not even sure what GIMP is.
GIMP's kind of just like, what the fuck is it?
There goes a motorcycle for your fucking listening entertainment, by the way. Continue, anyway.
What the fuck is the name of that one image editor that you have to buy? I don't remember what the fuck it's called.
Of all the ones that...
No, I mean...
one is the one you have to buy?
The one that everybody uses. It's basically...
MS Paint. Everybody uses MS Paint. That's where Rage Comics came
Photoshop. From. It's basically like a downgraded version of Photoshop. That's what GIMP is. It works pretty well. I use it a lot.
Are you going to use it to defame Muslims so people go crazy and fucking... Where is it? Where'd they go crazy with the fucking embassies and shit?
Oh, you mean the one where they killed the U.S. ambassador? I think... Where the fuck was that?
Oh, I had it on my notepad.
Yeah, so they said that a bunch of rioters killed him or something.
Yeah, and now the police are trying to talk to the guy who made the film over here. The film was called, like, The Innocence of Muslims or Muslim Innocence or something like that, and it basically just trashed Muslims for the whole fucking film. And, of course, they got all pissed off and started burning things. We're angry! It's not really had much to do with their religion, just the dumb part of the world that they come... Parts of the world that they fucking come from.
You know, I feel like looting someone's house today, you know, and fuck it. I'm going to use Allah as an excuse, you know.
But now there's these Facebook pictures that are circling around. Because every time something happens now, there's some kind of...
I want to see...
stupid political Facebook picture about it. I
want to see some random, like, hipster kid from somewhere, like, fucking... New York or something. I want to see, like, the Muslims cut his head off. Like, that'd be pretty interesting to see, like, nobody's allowed to, like, make those snarky little fucking remarks on Facebook and shit because they're afraid to get killed by the jihad. That'd be funny.
Anyway, there's these pictures that they're fucking saying, and the main message of the pictures is, man, it's Libya. Now that I fucking remember,
that's where
look at the picture. We should cut off all aid to Libya. And there's pictures of the dead U.S. ambassador and stuff like, we should stop sending them money altogether. I mean, first off, if you're going to get on that train of thought, we should stop sending every fucking body money. Because they're all going to talk shit anyway. Oh, we're just a bunch of fucking idiots that push everybody around. Fine. But let's stop paying for everybody's shit. Besides the fact that the people who killed the U.S. ambassador over there, that's their gaggle of idiots. We got our own fucking gaggle of idiots we got to fucking deal with, too. I'm sure we wouldn't appreciate if a few of them went and did something that other countries got this idea about us as a fucking whole, which is basically what's happening to us. So with all the American bashing that's going on and all the people calling us stupid and, you know, self-centered and fat and all this stuff, why are we going to say cut off aid to...
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at one of those anti-Obama pictures earlier. You know, like the shit that people post on Facebook. I think actually Ophidia linked to it.
They love to bash Obama.
Yeah, but anyway, I was reading that and he was like, oh, well, what did Bush do? Bush didn't do anything to us. He went to war and showed everyone that we're not pussies. I was just thinking in my head. I was thinking in my head, I'm so fucking glad this guy's not in politics. If you're worried about looking like a pussy, then you're just going to kill everybody. Like, no one's going to be alive anymore. What the fuck? Are you that dumb?
Fucking idiot. That's the thing about YouTube. Any fucking moron.
No, it was Facebook.
Facebook, nobody would be friends with him on Facebook if it wasn't for YouTube. Oh, look at that videos where I fucking bash 9-year-old kids. Yeah, that's what you're famous for, you fucking Fruit Loop.
We should get some Ophidia supporters to listen to this and see what the reaction is.
I'd rather be a prick than be that guy. Shit, we should bring him on the show a couple times. You know, if he wants to go around calling me a prick, maybe he can come and tell me why I'm a prick and face me directly. I mean, maybe you know, he could get his fucking ass handed to him live on our show, and that would make for quality entertainment, thusly killing two birds with one stone.
That's a good idea.
I mean, seriously, if you stay in contact with him, tell him I want him on the podcast.
Yeah, we should do that.
We should definitely do that. Coming up next on the show, Ophidia. Guy's name is John. What's his name?
John. Wait, let me see. I'll fucking find out.
And believe me, if I just wanted to be an outright complete prick to Ophidia, there's a gold mine of fucking ammunition. There's a cache of fucking a nuclear arsenal there that I could just fucking... John Lepper.
Yeah, Lepper. That's a nice last name to have, isn't it?
He looks like the Anonymous mask. Who fucking wears the Anonymous mask and they take that shit off and they look like that still? I mean...
Yeah, that is kind of odd.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Now I'm trying to think of other stuff that fucking was on this notepad. Oh.
That your computer ate.
No, that I just didn't really save. You gotta save stuff when you restart the fucking computer. The computer even said, you know, hey, Notepad's still open. You want to save the shit on Notepad? And I was like, nah. And then I was like, oh. I can't really blame my computer for that one. That's user stupidity right there.
Hey, dude, you know you're still working on this. You want me to save it for you? No, I'm good. Okay, you know, whatever.
It's not like I'm getting paid to do any of this anyway.
If someone wants to hire us or have us sponsor their shit, we're glad to be here. You can just send us shit to sponsor. We'll do it. Definitely.
Yeah, as long as they send us some of it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do, like, feminine hygiene products or anything. But
I want to get, like, some coffee shop in Holland to sponsor us. Like, yeah, try our product. Okay, shit. That'd be great. Get money and weed. Right in the mail.
Oh, okay. Here's one. There's a guy, where was this? Hang on. Stockholm, Sweden, a drunk middle-aged man fell off the subway platform. So, as you see in most of these videos, it's usually a crowded, like, busy time, and somebody heroically jumps down and scoops them off of the train tracks before the train comes and kills him and everything.
Yep.
This is Stockholm, Sweden, in the middle of the night. Guy falls off the fucking platform, lands on the train tracks. Guy jumps down after him, runs his pockets, takes all his money, and jumps back out without helping him off the fucking train tracks. The man is lying unconscious on the fucking tracks. Okay, I can understand even if you're hard up.
Pulling him off the tracks and then like going through his pockets.
Just roll him over or something. He had to have a foot amputated. He got hurt so bad when that train came. But like, you got his money. He's not going to wake up and ID you. Why the fuck do you... I don't think I could personally leave the guy on the tracks like that.
Yeah, I'm not that big of a dick. I couldn't do that. Like, I'll steal his money, but I'm not going to like let him die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if you do steal his money, I mean, even like that's kind of a low thing to just take somebody else's money. But who knows? Maybe he had like a sick kid at the house. I'll even like leave that possibility open. But you don't even roll him over. You just leave him just to fuck him.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That's crazy. That's pretty much the same as killing somebody, I would think. I mean, if he didn't live with his...
Well, I mean, you could rationalize it as, well, if I wasn't here, this would have happened anyway, but that's still a fucked up way to look at it.
Yeah. Holy shit. Well, they're trying to find the guy with the... What's it called?
You better hope he doesn't use any of those credit cards.
Yeah, no shit.
Watch him just be like watching the news or some shit one day, and he's just like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. What else there to talk?
The thief had short, dark hair and was wearing a blue jacket. Wow, narrows it down. Hot on his trail. Holy shit! I wonder what he went and told his friends. I bet his friends were like, you didn't roll him over or something? What the fuck's wrong with you?
I wouldn't think that he would have decent enough friends.
He's one of the people that's going to end up in the elevator at the end of Devil or Satan or whatever the fuck that M. Night Shyamalan was.
Shyamalama Ding Dong.
What a twist. He's going to be the guy. I'm the only one left at the end. One time I took a guy's shit out of his pockets and I just fucking let a train run him over and cut off his foot. Now he's got a peg. He's got a peg, and I just went and bought beer.
Oh, I still remember that section from the first show. What was it? Just cut his foot off and stick a piece of wood up there. Oh, okay, yeah.
In Stockholm, Sweden, they probably give him a little bit. They probably gave him one of those backwards flattened pieces of metal that those Olympian people run on.
Isn't Sweden supposed to be one of the more advanced countries? Like, they have good health, like good doctors and shit, something like
that. They are. He definitely got the backwards piece of metal. I almost want to get my leg cut off.
What, so you can walk better?
So you can run like 30 miles an hour. Ting, 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 ting. You ever seen them guys?
I don't feel shit.
I forget like what comedian was talking about that. He's like, yeah, they come out there to be like, ting, 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 ting. And you see them stretching out and get ready for a race. They fucking shoot that gun, motherfucker, be like, ting, 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 ting. It's true, too. They're fucking like graceful gazelles on those fucking things. It's like a spring. It looks like a backwards bent knee, kind of. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I've seen those.
Those things give people an unfair advantage. They were saying the one guy needs to give his medal back from the Special Olympics or Paralympics or whatever it was because his prosthetics, the little metal tabs on them were like a couple inches longer than the other people's, giving him an unfair advantage. I mean, I think you've got an unfair advantage to begin with if you're wearing those fucking things. They need to figure out how to put those on the bottom of shoes. The Nike, ting, 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 ting. Cops would have a fucking hell of a time trying to catch fucking people. They need to put lights in them so when they run in the woods, you just look for the blinking lights because the dumbasses always do that shit. I remember when those light shoes came out. First thing I thought was like, oh, they're going to be catching people. And then I read it like a week later. Cops looking for the flashing lights in the woods. You fucking dumbass.
Why would like a fucking anyone over the age of maybe 12 or 13 wear those fucking things?
Because they're mentally the age of 12 or 13. Because that's when their daddy left them or whatever. That's when their mom started taking care of them specifically. And that's when they started throwing little fits and doing things that would cause them to run from the police in the woods with their fucking light up shoes on. Have you seen Nike Shocks?
No, I don't pay attention to what Nike does.
Those are lift shoes, I swear to God. Just Google Nike Shocks and look at a picture of the shoe. is a fucking high heel for men. I'm not stupid. I know what a fucking high heel looks like. Toes on the ground, heel is elevated. These short motherfuckers, these little yo boys with these Napoleon complexes are fucking gaining like an inch and a half wearing these fucking Nike Shocks. I don't know if there's any physiological benefit to wearing these. I don't know if you actually
those things?
Those are high heels. That's a high heel.
They are.
A high heel for men. And they're only going to start getting taller until eventually we're back in the age of the dandies.
I guess that would relieve pressure from your the back of your foot.
Yep. Powdered wigs are next. And then people are going to start curtsying and shit.
Avon wigs.
Once the UN gun ban strings along, then we'll get this little swords.
Then they're gonna start making like Aeropostale fucking skirts for boys.
I challenge you, yo.
Hollister's gonna come out with like fucking tube tops.
My rhymes be fresher than yours.
You watched the Boondocks, right?
Yeah, I haven't kept up with it lately.
You seen the episode with the gay gangster, and he released a clothing line, and like all the guys were wearing them, and there was like skirts and a fucking tube top and shit.
Vaguely.
It was the pink rapper, and they're all just like, oh, this nigga's gonna think we're gay, and they're just sitting there in fucking skirts because it's the popular thing, you know. Oh, this isn't gay. This is popular.
Well, you could say you're Scottish, but like I don't know if that'll really work in your case.
Skirt. It was a pink mini skirt.
You ever think there's any Scottish people like their clan has pink stuff in it that just happens to be that way? And then
a kilt's not a mini skirt. It doesn't go off to your fucking dick.
Well, that's basically. I mean, that's fucking loose language. Whatever. It's just terminology. Kilt, skirt, whatever. I mean,
whatever.
It's a thing where your balls hang out, and women wear it. Women don't have balls, but I don't know where I'm going with this, but.
Well, I mean, they have transsexuals now, and they're considered to be women, so some women do have balls, I guess.
Scottish ladyboys waiting to give you a massage.
Oh, shit.
It's frightening.
We go in such weird directions sometimes.
I had a whole new direction that had like a purpose and everything, but I got lost in that and forgot what it was. I was ready to go with something else, but now I can't remember it because
Scottish trannies and kilts.
Scottish ladyboys with pink fucking flannel.
And their balls are hanging out.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Maybe we should consult Dave about this. He might be interested.
That's low, man. Why you gotta fucking suck the joy out of everything that brings him to suck?
Hey,
I didn't mean to say suck the joy out of it. I don't even fucking, go anywhere with that.
I don't have a problem with Dave. He's a bald douchebag.
I don't really either. Dave's wouldn't be fun to fucking just trash like Dan and Dunk are. There'd just be no fun in it. Like, I feel no need to do it, really. It's just like, whatever. I just don't want to
get that guy exiled on here. That'd be funny as shit.
Oh, the Alabama man? His accent fucking trips me out. We'll just be talking about something. Yeah, one time I shot that. Like, all right.
I shot that. Doesn't even give an example of what it is. It's just, I shot that. Like, what's that? You mean, like, a barn, or you mean a cat, or a person? Like, what are you talking about, man?
That was just a horrible example.
I thought it was funny that he's semi-racist, and he's a redneck, so he's like a typical redneck.
Who in Alabama's not racist? I think you have to be racist.
He said something like I didn't expect him to say anything. He was just like, well, I got a lot of black people that live around me, and I don't like it very much. I was just like, he just said that.
Did he really say that?
Yeah, I was just like, wow, he said that. That's hilarious.
I don't like the black people that live across the street, but that's just because they're assholes. They fucking mow their lawn at fucking 9:30 at night. Fucks up with that. And you don't fucking know how to fucking watch your dog, so it's constantly coming around here like assaulting our 69-year-old man that wanders around the premises. I'm not going to like you.
a guy that has a really deep Southern accent saying that he doesn't like black people. That's like the most stereotypical funny shit I've ever seen.
I just don't like them.
Yeah, that's basically what he says.
I don't like them.
Oh, that was great. So what else is on the agenda?
I don't think many people would be racist after 2012. I mean, if your fucking neighborhood splintered off into fucking like this plate-shaped fucking apocalyptic earthquake plate.
I don't think they'd be racist so much as xenophobic after that. Like,
if your county was a fucking boat floating in the ocean and you fucking washed ashore in Africa, I don't think you'd really be too dismayed that the people that came up to see you were black.
I think you'd be a little bit freaked out that you don't know who they are. I mean, if you go through an apocalyptic event and everyone gets killed and there's just like a high demand for everything, you don't want to be near people anymore because they'll fucking kill you. Especially if they don't like you and especially if they don't know who you are. They're going to kill you.
I'm not so sure that would happen. I mean, it depends on how many people got killed and stuff like that. I mean, but if it was really, really, really sparse, I think people would band together because that's evolutionarily, that's what they're designed to do.
If people get put in a situation where the only people they can trust are their family members or really close friends, they're going to be really, really hostile or weary to any person they don't know that's from somewhere else.
Yeah, but it's a matter of opinion to be put in a situation where the only people you can trust are this and that. I mean, that's shit that goes on inside the individual's mind. That's not circumstantial.
Like, I'm talking about if it's like end of times, like almost everyone's dead. The government's overthrown, there's nothing there, like there's no water, there's no fucking food, there's nothing. Like an apocalypse. Right after, like maybe a nuclear war or something where everything's gone.
There's actually a movie that was made. It's a documentary about disaster areas and places where people just lose everything and how there's this intrinsic drive to help each other. And it's like, it's got this commentary about this is what human civilization is actually supposed to be. But we're getting distracted with the stuff like consumerism and media and stuff like that. But once there's a catastrophe and all this stuff falls by the wayside and it's no longer an issue, all you have left is like a bare sense of humanity. And that is intrinsically good. I mean, despite how cynic you want to be or how many examples you've seen to the contrary, you've seen them all in the same matrix of our civilization, mechanized society and everything. These are little pockets of land and like little places and everything where all that stuff just dissolves.
Yeah, that's true.
And the elements and how they respond to each other and everything, the whole dynamic changes after that. And we don't have a lot of experience with that. And hopefully we won't get it. Well, maybe we need it. I don't fucking know. But
I kind of think we need a little bit of a reboot.
We've been fed a lot of these post-apocalyptic movies where there's these, I say too much. I noticed this in the last podcast. I've been remedying it slightly, but I still notice when I say it and it drives me nuts. But you see these movies like Mad Max and shit where everybody's running around killing each other. It's almost like that's what they want you to believe. Because if you think about it, if there's some kind of fucking apocalypse and order breaks down and everything, I mean, people would be easier to control if they were fighting each other like that. It would not be simple for some kind of interim government to dominate everybody if they were banded together. So maybe we're fed that stuff to, program us. I just did it again.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Anytime there's anything that there's just this, like, broad appeal of that, like, puts an idea in certain people's heads and stuff, I always think about what's the benefit of us thinking that way and who benefits from it. Probably because I'm nuts. And
I would kind of want to see what would happen in that situation. Not to say that I want anyone to die or anything, but I would like to see what would happen if most of the governments got kicked out and all that was left was the common person. I wonder what would happen. I really do. I kind of want to see what happens.
Write a book about it. Just theorize about what would happen. And then.
Well, you can theorize all you want, but I'm saying I want to actually experience that. I want to see what would happen. I don't really do. I think my curiosity might get the better of me in that situation.
A sociologist or anthropologist or something could probably give you the best picture based on the evidence of what actually would happen. I'm sure one of them's written a book about what would happen. I'm sure you could find it somewhere. But to see what actually happens, like if it actually happened, the cost of that is too great. I like cars and computers and fucking money and being able to...
Well, I've often wondered about going off the grid. I've been kind of thinking about that. Like, I wonder what... One time in my life, I think I might do that. Just try to go and live with, like, nothing there. Just try and see how long I could stick it out. Just to see, you know? See what would happen.
You better learn some survival shit.
You know, I've got a lot of time, you know? I've got plenty of time.
Take a book or something about what kind of plants you can eat. Just don't go out there.
No, I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about like maybe a small reservation or something, you know? Like maybe other people, but not as many. Well, not like a city with all the electrical shit. Just like some random type of place like that.
Just starve yourself for 30 days and fucking then eat some cow shit and hallucinate and then come back and like pretend you know everything.
No, nothing like that. I just want to see what it'd be like. Maybe I'd like it better that way. I don't know. Just try it out, you know?
I don't think I would like it.
I don't know. I mean, all I've ever been subjected to is just being in Baltimore City. So, I mean, maybe I'd like actually living somewhere else that's not anywhere near as packed with people, really shitty people most of the time, and there's no one shooting and stabbing each other. There's like 10 people living together in a bunch of tents. Maybe that's
You'd have to eat weeds like that guy who invented cars. Ford. He fucking made weed, like ragweed sandwiches all the fucking time. He did not see any purpose in paying for food whatsoever. I mean, he was part of society. He was responsible partly for mechanized, industrialized society. But, like, he didn't buy food. He saw it as a waste of fucking money and resources when all this stuff is just growing out of the ground that could fuel him. You know, maybe he thought of his body as an internal combustion engine. And why do I gotta buy this expensive-ass gasoline when gas is just growing out of the fucking ground?
Yeah.
But he subsisted on nothing but weeds.
Wow.
That's them fucking revolutionary smart people, them geniuses that come up with all the crazy shit. They got quirks because they're nuts.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, fuck it, I'm just going to eat this weed that's growing on the ground. Fuck it.
I take solace in that and use it to fucking feel better about all my stupid quirks.
Maybe I'll be an inventor someday. I'm crazy enough.
I wanted to be an inventor when I was little. I wanted to make like hover cars and shit, and then I was like, oh, math?
Math.
Fucking math is part of this? Where's math going? Man, fuck that shit. Also, you want to be an engineer or a scientist? Yeah. Until fucking you get to be 15 years old and you realize it means being trapped in a building with a bunch of fucking Hindu people just having no life. And you know,
yeah.
Maybe it's worth it anyway. I don't know. Maybe that's my loser mentality. It ain't worth it.
I always have to be constantly stimulated, so I would think that science for me would be really boring and I wouldn't be into it so much. I'd just be coming in and just be like, yeah, I'm here. You know, I wouldn't be into it so much.
It's a discipline. It's the same as those, like, you know, when you become a monk in your religion. Science is the same way. You lock yourself away and you fucking...
Yeah, I can't do that. You know?
You live and breathe nothing but the gospel of it. And
that's what I mean. I need external stimulation. That sounds kind of dirty, but you know what I mean?
Oh, you mean like instant gratification for your acts of whatever, you know?
No, it's just that I can't be stuck in a small community without being able to leave or being able to do anything else, just stuck somewhere. I can't do that. That's why I kind of like I don't like having a time schedule, because that just leaves less time for me to do shit that I would spontaneously want to do. I don't like being tied down to places, you know? I just like being able to do whatever.
And you probably don't want to get a job.
I'm fine with getting a job.
That's definitely that's one way to anchor yourself to a fucking
Yeah, but at least I would have money to do other things that I would want to do. But it's not something like a scientist job where you have to sit in a building for hours on end, sometimes all through the nights and shit.
Yeah, but that's the jobs that get you the real money to do the things you actually want to do. When you say do things you want to do, you don't mean just like, hey, I'm going to go to Burger King and get the like really big Whopper.
No.
You don't mean that. You want to go do things like go places and see things and stuff and learn how to ride a dirt bike or some shit like that. All that shit is expensive. Yep. That's the irony of it. All these people who can delay gratification and all these people who don't need to be constantly stimulated with colors and stuff, the people who can really fucking bear down on some shit, they're the people who get that stuff. It's fucking bullshit. Maybe I want to ride a fucking go-kart through a fucking plowed cornfield, you know, and just do donuts and shit. No, there's some fucking guy with an engineering degree doing that right now, probably. Fucking asshole. I'm in a garage next to this goddamn beetle who will not go away.
Is that the same one that always comes back?
I think it is.
He's just like, hey, it's my friend again. He hasn't stepped on me yet.
I'm going to name that beetle Molinex.
Just don't swallow him or you might have some different colored jizz for a while.
I can crush up a shell and use them to make red food coloring.
Yeah.
You know Boston beans?
Yeah.
That candy. You know why they're red? Crushed beetles.
Yeah, that's all red food coloring. And I think it was all red coloring in general, isn't it?
I forget. They also use it for part of the shellacking process. Like when you get the chocolate-covered peanuts, so they're all shiny and they don't melt real fast. That's beetle.
I'm fine with that. I don't give a shit.
There's a beetle called the shellac beetle.
Cool.
Just for that purpose. I mean, yeah, that's... We eat cows and shit.
That's what I mean. People say, oh, well, gelatin's made out of animal bones and animal muscle and shit. And I'm just like, is that supposed to stop me from eating it? You know, I don't give a shit what it's made out of. It tastes good. I really don't care. Let's scrapple. Oh, that's made out of all the leftover parts they don't use for, like, sausage or whatever the fuck they make. I don't give a shit what it's made out of. It's good.
I don't like scrapple.
I like scrapple.
I don't even like the smell of that shit cooking.
I
don't know what smell is worse, scrapple or fucking sauerkraut.
I hate sauerkraut.
Fucking can't stand that shit.
My dad.
Who eats that? Your dad eats it?
Yeah, he used to eat that all the time.
How do you enjoy that?
I don't know. Ask him.
God damn, just might as well let somebody piss in your mouth.
He also used to eat like raw spinach. He would just pick that up and eat it. He would he would just pick off a fucking tomato off the vine, eat that, or like a
lot of people eat raw spinach. It's
chili pepper or some shit. He used to grow all kinds of shit, and he would just like eat it raw. He didn't give a shit. I
made a 15-year-old eat a habanero pepper once.
Those aren't that hot.
I bribed him with a pack of cigarettes. No, I made him chew the whole thing up. It looked like it was pretty hot. It looked like nothing to downplay.
I'll eat a habanero for a pack of cigarettes. Shit. Give me a habanero and a pack of cigarettes. I'll do it.
What? Oh, I made another one do something else. I was just like, I can make these people do things for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Interesting. There was two of them. I made one of them eat the habanero. I forget what I made the other one do. But yeah, it was for a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, they already smoke anyway. I mean, they're going to get the cigarettes one way or another. It's not like I'm fucking hooking them on cigarettes.
Yeah. At least you can have fun while doing it.
You know, at least getting some entertainment out of this shit. This was like 10 years ago. Now they can buy their own damn cigarettes.
Yeah. I've been able to buy my own cigarettes since I was like 13, 14. They don't
they're the age now that I was when I was fucking bribing them to eat habanero peppers. Time flies. Because I was 25 when I was doing that. It was 10 years ago. They were 15. So now they're 25. I recommend paying it forward.
Now you can bribe them for something else.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you want this crack? Yeah. Only once a year, though, right? Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, no, that friend of yours still sounds funny as shit. You want some crack? Oh, no? Okay, I'll be over here.
His voice, like, added to it. You want some crack? Want some crack? He is a big motherfucker. He's almost full-blooded Sioux Indian.
Oh, my God.
He's a giant. His fingers are like fucking bananas. So when you instant message him on the computer, he can't type back real good. Like, it always takes forever and it comes up garbled because his fucking dildo-sized fingers are too big for one fucking key. I still love that guy. I haven't talked to him in a long-ass time. His name was Jim.
Jim.
That's because his first name was Clifford. And then you don't want to be a big red guy named Clifford.
That's funny as shit.
Clifford, the big red guy. That's a joke almost, man. Who would name a big red person Clifford? Well, I guess you didn't know how big he was going to be.
Maybe they thought he was going to be a midget.
That's possible. His brother's not that big. He just got some kind of gigantism gene. Some people are like that. Some people just come out huge for no good fucking reason. One of the drug dealers that I used to hang out with, he was like literally almost 7 feet tall, like 6'9" or some shit like that.
Yeah, there was this one kid that went to school with me, and he was probably as tall as most of the ceilings in the fucking classrooms were. Not like all the way up to it, but it was probably like a good 6.5 feet.
You ever seen one of them?
15.
I guess you never seen them drive then.
No.
These fucking beanstalk motherfuckers, when they drive, like the one I knew had an IROC Z, and he reclined the seat all the way back. Like the seat was practically flat. His head's in the fucking back seat, and he's in, like in this lounging position, and that's how he's got to drive. That's no problem because his arms fucking they're like 20 feet long, so they reach the goddamn steering wheel with no problem. He's just driving around in this luge position.
Holy shit! It's Slender Man driving a car.
Yeah, basically. That's what I heard. He tried to become a pro wrestler, but he was kind of like lanky, like me. So if he could fill out that frame to like something like stout or whatever, he probably would have been something to reckon with because he was really tall. If he filled that out, that would have been ridiculous.
If his legs are skinny, they could just like topple him over.
Yeah, basically.
Mm.
It's all steroids. I remember fucking my ex-boss telling me about steroids. I was like, it shrivels your junk. He's like, no, your dick's a muscle. What happens if, the muscles get bigger? Oh, what about your fucking balls? Like, your balls stop making testosterone, so they figure, well, I guess you don't need us anymore, and they kind of fucking retract, and you end up with this walnut. He didn't really have an answer for that one.
Well, your ball sack is just skin, isn't it? It's not even a muscle.
It's just, it doubles as a gland. That's like where your fucking testosterone comes from and shit like that. So, like, if it starts coming from an outside source, it's like, oh, I guess we'll just chill. We'll fucking go on early retirement because you don't need us. That's any kind of drug, really. It releases dopamine into your brain, and then the stuff that was there before that was releasing the dopamine into your brain just decides to take a vacation. Then you're fucked.
It'd be interesting if like different parts of your body could talk. Like when you start taking steroids, your dick's just like, oh, well, I'm going to shrivel up now. Have fun trying to fuck now, you fucker. And that happens. And then, like, someone has to take a shit, and he doesn't get to the bathroom in time, and his ass is just like, well, you know what? Fuck you. Can't get there in time? I don't give a shit. And it just, like, shits himself.
That sounds like a horrible WB sitcom project. Just waiting to happen. They say organs can hold memories, though. They're starting to... like people who get heart transplants and everything, they're recovering memories from the person who had the heart before. Like information is stored in that shit. They're starting to debate on whether like people's souls or whatever are actually in their brain or if it's more of a entire body thing. Those people who got that dick transplant, they had to get it removed again because it was like too disturbing. Like it was someone else's dick. There was a guy and his wife, and they were both like, get it out of here. Get this fucking thing out of here. It's too weird.
What the fuck?
Especially, like, I don't know if you'd want to meet the guy or not meet the guy. Because, like, one way you're like...
yeah, I'm going to be putting your dick into my wife.
And not even that. Like, even the more innocuous things, like after you take a piss and you go to shake it, you're like, I'm jiggling some guy's cock. Like, would you want to know what he was like? Would you want to know what his favorite food and color was? Or would that make it worse?
It's like
You know
you're
what I
in a
mean?
relationship with his dead body. You're in a relationship with his dead body.
Oh, man.
That's fucking great.
Then there's the guy with the face transplant. I guess he's happy that he doesn't have to look at a smooth, shiny fucking summer squash every time he fucking looks in a mirror. I guess. At least there's a nose and a mouth. I guess I wouldn't care about that.
Whenever they do facial surgery to someone, they never look the same. Like, I mean, they can, like, make them look semi-good. Like, it's fine that they look better and all that. But still, like, as advanced as we are, you would think they would find some way to make, you know, some form of a full face looking back to normal, or somewhat normal, you know?
Lindsay Lohan looks like shit.
That's what you got out of that.
No, she fucking went there to like look better, and they just made her look fucking weird. And she needs to stop fucking bleaching her hair. Like, it is, have the red hair. Fuck it. It's because that guy called her Firecrotch. She got all self-conscious, and then she was a brunette, and then she was a blonde. Anyway, they fucked up her face, like royally. Remember the before and after pictures? You know how she looks now.
Yeah, she looks stupid.
Kenny Rogers looks better.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Kenny Rogers is?
Not by his name. I probably know him by...
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. This is one of the moments when I realized I must be old.
No, let me look up his picture.
You gotta know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You gotta count your something. You're on the table. Sitting on the table. When the dealing's done. He didn't sing like that. But that was his song.
What's the song called?
You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I don't know what the fuck the song... I don't know what it's called. I don't think anybody knows what that song's called, come to think of it. Everybody just sings it.
I remember this guy.
Yeah, he looks better than he did. Well, he's one of the rare cases...
He had the songs in The Big Lebowski. Yeah.
Was Kenny Rogers in Big Lebowski?
No, like his songs were in that.
I'm trying to think of any of them. You know, they started... the sweater he was wearing in that movie was a limited edition. They just started remaking it.
Oh.
So now anybody can go get a dude sweater. I'm going to get one. It's like $188.
For a sweater?
Yeah, for the dude sweater. I'm sure people will pay that because I'm considering it. That thing is thick. You can wear that outside. Like, that's a jacket.
Have you ever seen that that channel on YouTube called The Angry Grandpa Show?
No.
Hold on, let me send you a clip. If you've seen
I'm not going to watch videos in the middle
Yeah,
of
but you can, like, listen to it for a second, because you'll recognize him if you just like, look at him.
Oh, I don't trust my Skype not to shut down if I listen to if I run a flash video while this is all going on here.
Okay, never mind. He's like fucking nuts, man. He would just sit there and yell about the dumbest shit. And he's got a really deep southern accent, and he lives in a trailer. And he's really dirty, so he's like trailer trash. It's great.
That sounds like Tourette's guy, but less exciting.
Yeah, basically.
Never shit
I wish
on a dick!
I wish they would make him into a reality television show, because that'd be interesting. Like, they did this one elaborate prank where this other YouTuber guy, his name's Must Destroy All, they made a prank with him, like, they pretended that he snuck into their house and, like, held a knife over the guy's head and shit. Like, this is a really elaborate and sadistic prank. Like, it's really fucked up. But they made him think that this guy could get into their house at any time he wanted to and kill them. So, they did all that, and it was actually his son, Michael, going through the house and recording shit, and then he would upload it to I Must Destroy All's channel. And they were just flipping the fuck out, and he found out about it, the angry grandpa guy. He was yelling so fucking much, he just like, he broke the guy's Xbox, he broke the guy's television and shit, it was fucking hilarious.
Oh,
That's a really sadistic prank. When you make someone think that someone could sneak into their house and kill them, isn't that kind of fucked up? That's like that
yeah, they
borders
could probably get brought up on charges for something.
Yeah, that borders a prank and a crime.
Technically kind of terroristic harassment, but
it
depends which lawyer you ask. But the fact
was...
that you could ask any is a bad sign.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious.
I remember people brandishing guns at each other on YouTube. One guy holding up a fucking 38 revolver going, "That's a sock puppet. There's a sock puppet. Sock puppet." He was just fucking waving this gun around. He cocks it and everything, points it right at the camera. "There's a sock puppet." I guess somebody accused him of having a sock puppet account, and then he wants to shoot them now. Right, yeah, then the other guy made a video like, "I got guns too, and I'm gonna fucking cock this rifle and point it." Like, what's... You people are fucking
I'm gonna
idiots.
shoot the webcam. Yep. I'm gonna shoot you through the internet.
And then there's that black midget that fucking went... He was a Christian, and somebody was, like, insulting him. So he went in the bathroom and wiped his ass, and he brings out the shitty toilet paper with him while he records this video. And he's like, "To God, this is what you are. You are the shit." And he's fucking got a handful of his own shit in the fucking right in camera view. It's fucking disgusting.
What the fuck?
People on YouTube are fucking ridiculous. That's not quite as ridiculous as fucking making somebody think you're going to kill them. But I'm sure people have come close.
I can chew.
Chew for breakfast. I'm going to use that as a bumper, I swear to God. Because since he addressed me when he said that, that's my property. That's how I see it.
I can chew.
Fools like you, I chew for breakfast.
And that really, like, thick French accent. That was fucking hilarious.
No, he was like, he's some kind of Spanish or Mexican or, like, hybrid, like, fucking...
It sounded like he was French to me.
I don't know. Who knows what he looked Asian, but he sounded like the dog whisperer.
He looked like, the guy from that show, Hardcore Pawn. Like, the fucking Haggard pawn shop show.
Wait, are you talking about Papa's Pride?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the guy who said chew for breakfast was fucking Thick Shades.
Oh, Thick Shades. That's what the fuck we're talking.
He was brown.
Yeah. I keep forgetting which one said which, because I remember Papa's Pride said a bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah, I remember saying, like, I remember saying, "Hey, this isn't the first time I've been called this and that on a fucking heavy accent." So, like, I talked about making a dance track with samples of it. Because fucking Papa's Pride would call me a fag. You fag. And then fucking this guy would call me a dumbass. 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 Fag. Dumbass. Fag. Dumbass. Fag. Be a fucking hit.
Oh my God.
Swear to fucking God. I think we're like pretty much on an hour. It was 10:40, now it's 11:40.
Time to end it? Sure.
Pretty much. It's time to end it all! While I scream in a fucking garage. This is the end of the show.
You hear that fucking music in the background? Yeah, it's totally there.
We hear the music. That means we've got to get the fuck out of here. This has been a very well-structured fucking podcast. Not. But maybe next time it'll be better. This is what happens when I try to make a podcast when I'm fucking blank. So enjoy that shit. Any parting words, Aaron?
Don't get STDs and die.
And with that said, we will see you later.
See ya.